Hello everyone, welcome to another Naraka Bladepoint video. Today we're going to be looking at the patch notes dropping tonight, August 19th. That will be technically today because that is based in UTC. Servers will be going down today at 2300 hours, which for me I believe would be, let's do the math. That would be about 6 o'clock, and they will be coming back up at around 10 tonight Central. So if you're in NA and you plan on staying up late tonight, even though it's a Thursday night, it's a school night, it's a work night, it's whatever kind of night you want it to be, you'll be able to play the new map here tonight. So let's go ahead and get into this. Starting with the brand new content, of course, we already knew the new map is coming out. You got 5 regions: Plume Castle, Matab, City of Tang, Imperial Village, and Yushan Ruins. Just keep in mind that Yushan Ruins are going to be sealed. Seems like something nefarious is going on over there. Perhaps the ice will melt soon, so I'm assuming that there's going to be some kind of event going on in game, and this will become free. Now, if you're unfamiliar with where Yushan Ruins are, they're in the top left of the map, but everything else will be accessible. So that is very, very nice to know. Now, we have some brand new mechanisms. We have the Thorny Roller, which, if you don't know, that is a part of the map. It's a trap where you have basically a rolling, it's like a rolling spike ball or a rolling spike track sort of thing. It'll travel around in a circle. If you get hit by it, it will act like kind of like the Blood Ripper, where it'll just damage you over and over and over. There's no way for you to escape it until you get out of its path, and you'll have to heal up because it does a lot of damage. It's called the Thorny Roller. Fun fact, it used to be called the Horny Roller until they changed it. I'm not going to say that me calling it the Horny Roller before in my preview video made them change the name, but I'm kind of glad that they did, because that was just, I mean, think about it, Horny Roller. We're all like 12 whenever we think of that. So we also have the Trap Clip, which you interact with it set a trap. This is like the bear trap that you'll get over towards the northern side. It'll prevent players from using grappling hooks and tracking for a certain amount of time. Also reveals you on the map, I believe. We have spikes, which are just your basic floor spikes and wall spikes. You'll see these pyramid-looking things on the ground in a square shape. If you go into it, you will get knocked down and will deal some damage to you. There's also a cooldown. Cactus, activated by player attacks, it'll deal range damage to nearby players, and it will knock you back a far distance. Firefly Cage, you'll interact with it to absorb rage, which is very, very nice. Can be interacted with multiple players simultaneously, has an upper limit for a single absorption. Upon being drained, it'll enter a cooldown, so this is very good for trios or duos, any sort of team mode. Really, any mode that you can think of, because it's just free rage, so that's very nice. Frostmoth is activated by player attacks, and it will release Ice Mist in a wide area, which freezes enemies within, much like Justina Gu's second version of her ultimate. You also have Sand Konjak, which is activated by player attacks. It will release dust in a wide area and will blind enemies within, which is not very good. Want to stay away from that. Falcon statues will keep updated. This is very translated very weird, but essentially Falcon statues are going to be sort of down here-ish near the Plume Castle. There's a puzzle underneath the actual platform that I'll have another video going into, where you have to read some glyphs and face each individual Falcon statue in the correct direction, and it'll unlock a legendary chest which has some goodies in it. You also have Rising Wind, which are basically just wind currents that whenever you jump in them will make you jump a lot higher, which is very nice. You also have Campfire, which will disperse chill brought by the snowstorm, which, if you don't know, there are snowstorms in the north that'll get announced whenever you're in the game. And I also showed this in my preview video, but basically once you get chilled to a certain extent, they will start draining your rage, your ultimate. So if you're not pre-ulted before you go into the snowstorm, then you could find yourself without an ult if you get caught out. And finally, you got the Ghostly Hand, which silences anybody attacked by it for a while. This means you can't use any skills or ultimate, and also deal a little bit of damage. And I believe that this is brought on by Ghostly Mist towards the northern areas of the map. And then, again, I'll have another video explaining all of these hazards and all these cool little locales that you can enjoy, but that is what the new map is bringing. Of course, we always go down here to the weather system for the new map as well. You have Snowstorm, Sandstorm, Ghostly Mist. We kind of already went over Snowstorm and Ghostly Mist, but with Sandstorm, it'll only only occur in cloudy or dusk environments, and during it, a large amount of rising wind will appear in the area, and new troves will appear in the sandstorm as well, and they will disappear after the weather changes. So if you see a sandstorm, go into it, have some nice aerial battles, and get some more loot. Regional gameplay. Whenever you are sliding on ice, which is found, I forget what exactly the locale is called, but it's towards the north. There's a frozen lake, and you'll be able to slide a lot more, which is very fun. And with the ecosystem, you have embracing complex terrain, you have abundant species, you have sand pears, which is basically like the Souljade berry and the pear put together. It increases both attack and defense. You also have the snow lotus, which is an antidote to numerous poisons, which is very nice. Ice cones may fall from anywhere, so be cautious. I believe that this would be stalagmites, if I remember correctly. I forget if it's stalagmites or stalactites, but they'll do damage. You also have snow caps on pine trees, which will fall, and squirrels will keep hoarding food in the desert, which I believe you might be able to slay and get some sand pears from. Not 100% sure, but we'll find out whenever we're in game. For map selection, this is very important. In the Herald's Trial, Quick Match, and Bot mode, basically all the Battle Royale, you can choose a specific map you want to play on, or you can choose any map, which I hope is the default version. So you can choose if you just want to go back to Morris Isle and brush up on Morris Isle. You can specifically choose that map in Matchmaking, or you can specifically choose the new map, Holoroth, or you can choose any map if you don't have a preference. If anyone is watching and plans to play tonight or the next day, please, please, please either choose any map or choose Holoroth, because I would bet with anyone who's aware of the new map is going to want to play on it, and you're just going to have an easier time with matchmaking if you choose the newer option or any map. If you want to get matched as quickly as possible, choose any map. That will allow you to get in the game much, much faster than, say, if you pick any specific map. Although I do believe that Holoroth will be more popular than Morris Isle for at least a little while, as it is new. And you also have new background music, which is awesome. I will try to implement these in my videos as much as possible. I believe we got a sneak peek at one of the new tracks on the Naraka Twitter page, but we don't have the full track of them just yet. So we'll be on the lookout for that. You also have new final background music, which is awesome. Basically just new music for the new map coming out. Also for the birthday celebration for Naraka Bladepoint. It is their anniversary that just passed up about a week ago on the 11th, so happy birthday, Naraka. You also have the new crossover hero, Zipin Ying. I did not know that she was a crossover, but apparently she is. So you won't be able to edit her face, but you can edit any of the outfits. As you can see, they have the teaser out here. I can tell you that by playing in test environments that she does indeed have shoes, so don't go too crazy. They are locked behind a paywall, guys, so don't get too thirsty out here. Now, gifted and selfless, she gives in all her heals, treating anyone in need. Basically, she is a doctor, and she is going to be a team support hero. Now, interesting to note that she only has 2 skills and 2 ultimates, much like Takeda whenever he first came out, and like Justina. I believe that this is a common theme that they're having with more of these new characters. So they only have F1, F2, and V1, V2. So stay patient for the rest of them. And we're going to be doing a video on, all the different skills and ultimates that she can use, different tips. So be on the lookout for that. We have a new season called Dawn, the Ordeal season. That's coming to an end tonight at 6 Central. So be sure to finish up the Battle Pass. I myself just finished it, so I got all the rewards. Very, very nice. Season rewards will also be awarded based on highest rank gained in either of these 3 modes. If you're bronze, you get bronze ordeal. Silver ordeal. Gold, you get an epic Takeda Nobutada epic outfit. If you're platinum, this is where I finished, by the way. You get new avatar, you get the epic outfit, and you get legendary nunchuck skin. If you're solar, this is where it kind of drops off. You're going to get an extra divine thunder background, and then from there it's just increasing fortune treasures, and it also updates your avatar as well. So if you still need to boost your rank here at the very end, make sure that you do so. Then you have your scores reset. Basically, from what I read, this is basically just bumping you back 2 places. So if you're platinum, I believe I was platinum 5 whenever I finished, then I'll be bumped down to gold 3. Just basically let me see if I'm reading this correctly. Okay, I was actually a little bit wrong. So if you're in bronze, silver, if you're in bronze through silver, you'll stay the same rank. You'll just be set back to the base of whatever rank it is. So if you're silver 2, you go to 1800, silver 1, 1900, and so on. Once you hit gold, you'll be bumped back to 1 spot, and that'll be back to the base of that spot. For platinum, you're bumped back 2 places, it looks like. No, hold on. Platinum 5 and Platinum 4, they're both going to Gold 3. Platinum 3 and Platinum 2, you're both going to Gold 2. And for Platinum 1, you're being reset to Gold 1. So obviously the thing here is the higher that you are, the higher ranked you are, the more you're being set back. So they really want you to grind if you're going to be a grinder like here. And so on and so forth. I'm not going to go through every single one. We'd be here forever. Kill score, survival score, and hero score will partially carry over to the new season. So kill score, survival score, and hero score, those are those extra leaderboards that they have other than the Asura rank. So interesting to note there. Adjustments on the rank scores in the Dawn season. They've added a new rank, which is Unrivaled Asura. This is above Asura, and basically players with 5,000 plus scores in the Herald's Trial mode will reach Unrivaled Asura. And for adjustments on ranked Asura, this is changed from 4,500 plus to 4,500 to 5,000. So basically you had Asura 4,500 to 5,000. This is now going to be 4,500 plus, and anything above 5,000, which I forget if I saw anybody above 5,000. I'm sure someone did. I just haven't looked. They will be now Unrivaled Asura. So there you go. Then you have your limited time events. Roll call during the event. You can get limited edition rewards such as outfits, accessories, and avatars by logging in for 10 days in total. So make sure you log in every day for the daily. You also have Plumed Holoroth, or Holoroth. I always say Holoroth. It's Holoroth. You can choose one region to explore upon first time participating in the event. When exploring the chosen region, the exploration progress will be advanced by completing exploration quests. You'll gain corresponding rewards once the exploration is completed. This means player has to complete special quests to finish the exploration progress and claim the rewards. Players can also obtain map fragments by finishing exploration quests. They can be used to help other players. Each time helping another player is exploring the same region, both players can gain 3 points in the exploration progress. If 2 players are exploring different regions, then only progress of the supported one will increase. So choose your region, find some friends who are doing the same region, and boost your score, basically. Finish exploring all the regions to obtain the final exploration rewards. And this is going on for about a month. So you have a lot of time to do this. Make sure that you do not sleep on it, because it sounds like the rewards are going to be pretty fun. You have, holy moly, you have like 4 other limited time rewards. So you got Hero Return, qualified to participate in Hero Return as long as you have not logged in for over 28 days since your last login. So this is for returning players. Each round of the Hero Returns lasts for 7 days, which will be time since your return date. You can get the Rebirth Seal, which will be used to redeem limited edition stuff. So that's for extra silk and stuff. So good for returning players. You got a free trial that's going on this weekend until what looks to be, 5 hours. That's noon on the 22nd, which if I look on my off-camera calendar, noon on the 22nd is Monday. So make sure that you tell your friends that, hey, we got a free trial. If you like to buy Naraka, then there you go. Also, I know that there's a 50% off deal they're doing on Steam. So if they like the game, they want to keep playing, then they can always pay, half price, $10 for the entirety of the game, which is pretty cool. You got limited time return season treasure. You got title treasure, cavalry treasure, and echelon treasure will be available for about a month. So if you missed season, I believe this is 2, 3, and season 4 here for echelon, it might actually be like season 1, 2, and 3. I forget exactly how it's broken up, but basically you have the ability to gain back these treasure boxes. If you want to buy a bunch of them to get previous rewards, then this is the time to do it. You have a month to do it. Okay. Drop rate is unchanged, so do this at your peril, I do believe. This Brink of Death is no longer available in cavalry treasures. They'll be evenly distributed, so aside from this, everything else as far as drop rates is compensating that. Number of times trigger a guarantee for all treasures will not be reset. Guarantee progress for each season will be reserved. Okay, that's pretty cool. So you can save your guarantee for any of these treasures that you want. For limited edition cosmetics, you have a month to do this as well. You can buy limited edition cosmetics of past seasons during this event. They are divided into 4 groups: hero, weapon, accessory and grappling, and other cosmetics with purchase limit of 3 pieces per group. So that's going to be very nice if you want to guarantee a skin with some money added. You also have newly added meeting chests. It takes a low price to unlock the meeting chest. You can respectively choose one reward from hero outfits, unfeigned ranged weapons, melee weapon for 3 consecutive days, as well as all this for other valuable rewards. It's equaling more than 2,000 gold. So I really want to get into the game and see what this is all about, but I'm sure it'll be nice. You have the personal annual report. During this event, you can scan the QR code in the event page with your phone to unlock the link. Go directly to the APP, click on the advertising page to get your own exclusive annual report. Please see the specific event page for details. This, I'm sure, is going to be an event in the Discord, so make sure you get your report. I'm sure it'll tell you like your total time played, the number of kills, your kill death ratio, your highest rank, all that sort of stuff. So if you're interested in this, make sure you scan the QR code. You also have Celebration Balloon, which will be in the preparation stage. This is basically just thank you for giving us the opportunity to have an anniversary, and I'm sure this will be a nice little goodie thing that you can get an extra bonus off of. Now for hero adjustments, it seems like we have quite a few. So to start with Tumulch, Tumulch's Zephyr Wisps and all his talent will get into blue focus while summoning Zephyr Wisp. The stagger time of blowing enemies is now always 3 seconds and not determined by the number of remaining wisps. So this is pretty cool. I believe this is Zephyr Wisps and all his talents blue focus. Okay, so before, I know that there's parts of Tumulch's skill where he can interrupt while being attacked, and then I don't remember if he has gold focus during this or if he just hops up into the air and interrupts everyone's actions. But if this is meant to give him extra protection while in the air, then this is pretty nice. If it's not, then I'm not really sure what this would change. It might even make him weaker, but I guess we'll see in game what this actually means. Sometimes it's not translated the best, so we'll have to go in and see. Now for a Zephyr Prison, all of his talents can now block the enemy's skill lock, including Binding Prayer and Backstab. So I believe, if I'm reading this correctly, can now block the enemy's skill lock. So if he's in Zephyr Prison, I don't know if this means he can stop being silenced or whatever, but Binding Prayer, I forget what exactly this is. I'll have to look in game, honestly. Wish I had a little bit more knowledge on the fact, but this seems like a buff for him if I'm reading this correctly. They've also decreased the startup frames of Tumulch releasing his ultimate into the air and on beams to be consistent with startup frames and on the ground. This is just making it the same through whatever terrain he's on. So that's a nice little adjustment for Tumulch. For Valda Tsui, they've adjusted their Nether Nightmare bind startup frames from 3.2 seconds to 1.6. Nether Nightmare, I believe, is her ultimate. Yeah, they've also adjusted the max duration of the Sea Dragon from 20 seconds to 12 seconds, during which Valda Tsui can hurl unlimited water spears. All water spear attacks during this ultimate are ranged strikes. So basically, Nether Nightmare Bind, I believe, is I believe that this is her 3rd version of her ultimate, if I'm reading this correctly, and they've decreased the total active time by quite a lot. So this is a significant nerf to its total duration, but it also starts up faster. So, you know, I don't know. It seems like it would be an overall buff since you're very rarely going to be up here for the full 12 seconds. Usually players do their ultimate whenever they're low on health and their enemy's low on health as well. So I don't think that this will affect this in a nerf sort of fashion, but the startup frames are a lot better. Like, it's twice as fast. So I think this overall this will be a buff. It also now binds enemies with Dragon's Coil for 1.8 seconds, and the binding is unbreakable. The enemies will be bound at 1.5 meter height rather than 3.5 meter height, allowing them to be hit by melee attacks. Big buff for team play. They're also immune to Dragon Coil for 3 seconds after unbinding. Not great. So basically, this is a good opportunity to single out specific players, to get them into a bind, to allow their teammates, other teammates on your team to go ahead and follow up. And that's pretty much all it's useful for, because after the 3 seconds, you're probably either getting away or doing a counterattack. So Valdesui V3, good for startup engagement on trios. As far as solos goes, not really sure if this is going to be too effective. V1 or V2 would probably still be on the cutting edge of all this. They've also adjusted the damage multiplier of Bind Water Spears from 0.72 to 0.25. That is very low. And Vertical Strike is from 4.65 to 2, with its recovery and startup and recovery frame shortened. We have a dev note. The special mechanism of ultimate makes it difficult to cooperate with other heroes except Tianhai and Viper Ning. Thus, we lower the height of Dragon's Coil in this, so the bound enemies can be attacked by weapons on the ground. Meanwhile, use of Water Spears is also optimized, which can hit the enemy simpler. That's pretty cool. Hope this can bring more lineup alternatives with Valdesui. So they're basically just trying to make this as viable as possible in trios without making the damage go too high. So Valdesui, nice adjustment for trios if you're into that sort of thing. For Viper Ning, they just optimize the animation while taking damage when stunned. And that's about it for that. For dual blades, they've optimized charging animation for dual blades while moving. This is just improving the animation, nothing else. Bow, they've increased the speed of bow shots for different charging stage. This is nuts. It's already strong enough. Please chill out. They've also adjusted damage multipliers. So horizontal strike damage multiplier 2.8 to 2.15. First stage damage multiplier is down to 3.1 from 4.05, and second stage 4.2 down from 5.5. So they've nerfed the damage of the bow quite significantly. This is going to be a huge nerf for the bow. Do I think it'll bring it out of viability? No, because it looks like pretty much everything ranged got a hit. So I still believe with all the stuns and everything that the bow can hit on headshots, this is still going to be S tier at the end of the day. So we'll go through all the rest of the weapons to get some additional context. Because with the musket, you have increased speed of musket shots for different states, including equipping Sunwing Shot. I don't know if this is going to make it quicker between dashes to get multiple hits off of, but if it does, then the DPS from the musket could be insane. But at the same time, they've also nerfed it a little bit to 2.15 from 2.4 as far as the damage multiplier goes. So could be a buff, could be a big buff here for rapid shots, but they've also decreased the damage of each individual shot. So the total DPS might be a little bit, it might actually be the same, but in certain situations, musket probably will be buffed as far as getting shots out in a short amount of time. Pistol, they've increased the speed of pistol shots for different charging states. So I believe this means that the projectile itself will fire out faster if you charge it more. I'm not really 100% sure on that. They've increased the hit range, which is always nice. That'll be more damage at longer ranges. And they've adjusted the damage multiplier overall a little bit. This looks like a, let's see, that's a 20% nerf. And this looks like a 20% nerf as well. So yeah, basically nerfing the damage of all the ranged weapons, including the cannon as well. It looks like they've nerfed some explosion radius, except for the outer circle. So this basically makes the middle circle and the outer circle about the same, or exactly the same damage multiplier. And of course, oh, okay. So basically, if you don't get a direct hit with the cannon, then all the damage in the damage range is going to just be all uniform. So if you're like 5 meters off or 10 meters off or whatever the range is, the damage is going to be the same, I think. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, they definitely canceled the damage decay. Yeah, this is not great in my opinion. This kind of lowers the skill gap a little bit, which isn't great for a game like Naraka. But I never use cannons anyway, so maybe they're just, I don't know, trying to make this more user-friendly, I suppose. The experience of using ranged weapons varies greatly between players. We expect to improve it for all players by increasing the overall hit rate while limiting weapons' performances by reducing the damage. So basically, they are bringing down players that like to use the single shots of these more powerful range weapons at the end of their melee combos. They're toning that down and making it easier to get more shots off, which will help more casual players. I can see where they're coming from, but it does hurt the overall skill gap of the game, in my opinion. Of course, better players will be able to hit these faster recharging shots from all these different weapons anyway, but as far as like single combo damage, they are nerfing that quite a bit. And we saw this from the last patch too. There was a shadow change that kind of affected Katana's combos in a way, and it affected it negatively as far as combos are concerned. So they are doing something to make the game just a little bit more casual. Not sure how I feel about it, because I know we need all the players we can get, but it does kind of equalize things to a degree where I don't know if I'm 100% happy with, but I guess we'll see going forward. Let me know down in the comments what you think about that. Okay, going down to Souljades. Move Souljades. I'll optimize special effect of Focus Slide. I hope that Focus Slide is used as much as I hope. Man, Focus Slide you can do a lot of great stuff on, so they've just optimized special effect of it. That's fine. Weapon Souljades. Pride's Fall after hitting first stage attack will not be interrupted by Counter Strike. Adjusted damage from... Okay, they've buffed the damage of Pride's Fall after hitting first stage attack will not be interrupted by Counter Strike. So this is pretty sweet. I'm not 100% sure what Pride's Fall does, to be quite honest. I'll have to look at it in game, but the damage is being increased, so it's a buff to this Souljade, whatever it is. Ranged weapons, Souljades. Yeah, it's pretty much in line with what they have with these weapon adjustments up here. So nerfing the single damage, boosting the cannon a little bit, making things just a little bit more equalized. In terms of in-game adjustments, feature optimizations, I'll optimize stash icon, and I'll show 3 stages of stashes, opening and open besides outlines. So I'm not 100% sure if this is the Moor's Blessing. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on it, honestly. Oh, you know what? No, this is... Okay. So for in-game adjustments, they've optimized the stash icon to better show if a stash is opening, if it's already open, or if it's unavailable. This is like the little key things that you can gather through killing these golden frogs that hop around sometimes and drop keys. That's what the stashes are for. And I guess you'll be able to better see if something's unavailable, opening, or open. So that's a nice little adjustment for quality of life. Opponent adjustments, they've optimized behavior of AI opponents, so bot mode, be careful. Adjustments, Omni's Nightmare. Again, don't play Omni's Nightmare all that much, but they've slightly reduced the XP of evil ints gained by defeating heroes, so there you go. For Narakapedia, they've added descriptions of Holoroth, which is cool. Custom Room, Holoroth is now available for Herald's Trial. Season stats, Evil Int Lord stats can now be recorded separately in Omni's Nightmare season stats, which is cool. Adjustments of Heroes Cultivation quests. All Heroes Cultivation quests for reaching Mortal Legend 1 is opening 100 troves. Certain regions is now adjusted to open 100 troves in the survival mode. So that's going to make it a whole lot easier to get this sort of challenge. I recently just completed Yodohime's 100 troves in Celestra, and if you're in ranked, that is that is a long time sometimes to open up all those troves, especially if you're against good players. So this is going to make it a lot easier to get these cultivation quests, which is pretty cool. Also, defeat one enemy in a certain region is now going to be adjusted to, in the survival mode, spend at least 50,000 Darktide coins. Probably a lot easier to get, I would think, as you're not reliant on other players to be in certain regions to get your cultivation quests. So I think this will make all the players going for cultivation quests just a little bit happier. They have new default faces. Some heroes will possess a new default face, which will be available in the customization interface. Can't wait to take a look at that. That'll be really interesting, especially with Matari and Tumulch, I think, originally being from Holoroth. So we'll see. I'm not 100% sure if they actually are from Holoroth. I think they are, because they're from a desert environment. So we'll see. Battle Pass updates. Dawn is now available, which includes a variety of items. Justice Chamber was newly added. After purchasing Advanced Hidden Treasure, players can create a Justice Chamber and complete Justice quests to get rewards. Keep an eye on Justice Chamber. I believe that is a nice little bonus. Battle Pass, same as always. New packs, they have a Kurumi exclusive pack, which is School Mallet, and they have Legendary Outfit Summer Party, School Mallet, or Mallet. School Mallet. I don't really know what that means, but it's a skin, apparently. Kurumi also has a legendary accessory called Unicorn Float. Pretty nice, 2,400 gold. Tarkaji also has a pool party outfit. Zipping Ying has Chinese Ghost Story, Floral Shade. You have the Dual Blades legendary skin, Lunar Blades. Naraka Bladepoint released a video on their YouTube showing off all these different skins, so I recommend going and taking a look at these. You have Tarkaji volleyball pose and Zipping Ying overlook pose as well. This is actually really cheap, so you can get these pretty easily. That's pretty nice. There's discount ends in the shop. The Spectral Store, that's going to be adjusted as well. And for bugs, hero-related bugs, they fixed an issue where recovery effects with damage, those from Yodohime's Ultimate and Souljades of Sap, were not affected by burning reduction. This is going to be a nice little nerf to Yodohime, and I believe they haven't mentioned this. They haven't mentioned this before, but I believe that Flamebringer might be going to Flora Loot. I've been hearing this around the rumor mill. Not 100% sure, but if it is, this is drastically going to be hurting Yodohime and Justina Gu whenever they're in their defensive skills. That's Yodohime's F3, and that's Justina Gu's F1 and F2. I forget what the F3 is, but those two that most players use. Gotta watch out for this. Gotta watch out for this adjustment here. For weapon-related bugs, they fixed an issue where nunchucks and greatsword scale rush can go through the floor. So that's very nice. Don't want to get under the floor. So yeah, tightening things up. And that is the end of all these patch notes. Plenty of stuff to go over. Let me know down in the comments what was your favorite topic that you heard. Personally, I mean, I'm stoked for the new map. I'm stoked for the new hero. Can't wait to get some more content going for those two items specifically. So let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked today's video, be sure to like and subscribe and join the socials down below, especially the Discord and the Twitter. And I will see you guys later. Y'all have a great one. See you out on the new map, and goodbye.